in the University of Lethbridge main gallery talking about selfies. Now, this is a really fun topic, I think, something everyone can relate to and everyone's guilty of taking at some point. Josephine Mills, the curator, joins us to tell us more about the exhibition. It's running until March 19th here in the main gallery, but that's not the only place. Josephine will tell us more about that. But let's start off by talking about selfies and what this exhibition portrays.
So the exhibition is all self-portraits. So they're obviously, they predate the, smartphone and the, social media and that kind of thing. So there's a long tradition of artists depicting themselves, so, in drawing, painting, and then more recently photography and other areas. So David Smith and I, who's the assistant curator here, we had the idea of doing the Selfies exhibition. So we would think about the self-portrait and kind of give some context, because the selfie is much maligned, that it's like superficial and it's part of a self-obsessed young people, but there is a long history of self-representation, and so it gives a bit of context, but also a fun exhibition that people can enjoy. They can come and take some selfies in the gallery, they can post them, and have more of a kind of conversation with the works.
I think that's very cool that that's kind of part of the exhibition, is bringing the ideas of this new technology and this new style of photography, I guess, if you could call it that. So what are you asking people to do when they come in to check out the exhibition?
Well, obviously they can be the more traditional viewer and they can just come, and we have some big name artists that are included. We have, David Hockney has a self-portrait, and behind us is Jin Mi Yoon, who's a very well-known Canadian conceptual artist from Vancouver. So there's a range of work to look at, but then if people want to, there's the hashtag museum selfie, so you can post and add to the growing array of really inventive imagery available on Twitter and other social media. That's pretty good. People at museums or else kind of adding in, like making it look like the self-portraits are taking their own selfie. So there's that. And then another kind of level is the undergraduate students in museum studies. They wrote the extended labels, and their names are on it, so they were allowed to write in the first person if they wanted in their own perspective, so kind of add more context. And then the other thing is that they just got to choose which works they wanted, and 5 of them chose the same work, so we have 5 labels on one work, which is not conventional museum practice. But again, it's part of that idea that there's more than one story that you could tell about the work and more than one perspective, so that kind of adds another level to it as well.
Thank you so much, Josephine, for joining us. We really appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
That is Selfies, running in the University of Lethbridge main gallery until March 19th.